Okay, moving on to the third category to optimize your sleep, and that would be light levels. So we'll start with morning sunlight. There are many good reasons to get sunlight in the morning, but in relation to sleep, sunlight is a key factor in regulating and resetting your circadian rhythm. So by getting some sunlight early in the day, your body gets a clear signal that it is now daytime, which will help your body to suppress melatonin production and will make you in turn feel more awake. Conversely, it also helps your body regulate when to start producing and releasing melatonin later in the day, which will help promote better sleep that night. The next core component to understand under this category of light is artificial blue light. So in our modern technology-driven world, we're constantly being bathed in this artificial blue light. We get that from phones, laptops, TVs, and other types of screens. And basically this omnipresent blue light, especially after sunset, plays havoc on our natural sleep cycles. So we're basically tricking our circadian rhythm into thinking that it is daytime and to remain awake and alert. When the circadian rhythm is receiving signals, it processes as, hey, this is still daytime. It will halt the release of melatonin. And most people think artificial blue light is just mimicking real sunlight, but actually it is worse for your sleep. If we look at sunlight, it has a much broader, more natural light spectrum, whereas the blue light that we receive from LED screens, phones, TVs, etc., is concentrated into a sharp, narrow frequency of the light spectrum. And this is not a natural balance. It's like a sharp peak of blue light. And when you match that sharp peak of blue light with the close proximity of how most people use their phone, which is fairly close to their eyes, this is what really disrupts sleep. The good news is that there are ways that we can limit this sharp peak of blue light after sunset. First would be to always set up and use the apps or software on your devices. Most devices nowadays come with some kind of feature like this, whether it's night shift mode or eye comfort mode. I've set up all my devices to be in sync with sunset to sunrise. If you want to go even further at completely blocking out this blue light, you may want to look into blue light blocking glasses. Personally, I use a brand of glasses called True Dark glasses. Now, these are probably the most overkill option you can find. I have the classic version. The upside is they completely wipe out this blue light. So they definitely do as is intended. The downside is that they remain true to their name, True Dark. So much so that they do take a while to get used to wearing. So it can become a bit of a challenge, at least initially, just navigating around the house when essentially all you have is this kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator vision with what feels like maybe a 50% reduction in the brightness levels around you. But they definitely do work. And obviously there's other options that are not as intense as these particular glasses that I use. So yeah, a good rule of thumb is for better sleep hygiene, it's good to avoid or at least minimize as much as is possible this artificial blue light after sunset.